Hello, my name is Vedant. I am a legal intern with Lexis and Company. Please like and share the videos and subscribe to the YouTube channel. There is a small disclaimer that videos of this channel does not promote or advertise anything about the company, and these videos are only for educational purposes. So, today's topic of the video is the legal update regarding the Supreme Court directs High Courts to update the rules regarding execution of decree made specially under exercise of its power under Article 227 of the Constitution and Section 122 of the Civil Procedure Code. So, in April, a bench of Supreme Court consisting of Chief Justice S.A. Bobde, Justice L. Nageshwara Rao, and Justice S. Ravindra Bhatt, while hearing an appeal in relation to the execution of decree connected to a dispute of sale of land, gave out some elaborate directions which the courts dealing with suits and execution proceedings shall mandatorily follow. The court further also directed all the high courts to reconsider and update all the rules relating to execution of decree made under the exercise of its power under Article 227 of the Constitution of India and Section 122 of the CPC within 1 year of the date of this order. The High Court must make these rules in consonance with the CPC and the directions given by the Supreme Court in the instant case. So, what were the facts of the case? The present appeal arose out of a judgment of Karnataka High Court while dismissing several writ petitions. The course of the litigation highlights the malice of content abuse of procedural provisions which defeats justice, that is, frivolous attempts by unsuccessful litigants to put up spurious objections and setting up third parties to object, delay, and obstruct the execution of decree. The suit concerning with a disputed property and its impinged sale, after which several objections regarding the same arose. The vendor and her son, that is judgment debtors, after executing the sale deed in respect of a major portion of the property, questioned the transaction by a suit for declaration. The decree holder also filed a suit for possession. During the pendency of this proceeding, two sets of sale deeds were executed. The vendor's suit was dismissed. The decree of dismissal was upheld at the stage of High Court 2. On the other hand, the purchaser's suit was decreed and became the subject matter of the appeal. So, what were the contentions of the party? The contentions of the appellant were that first, it was pointed out by the counsel for the appellant that there were disputes with respect to boundaries and identity of the properties as between parties. Therefore, the impinged order should be interfered with and the relief sought by the appellant be granted. Learned counsel submitted that decree holder efforts in all the proceedings were to confuse the identity of the property and therefore had sought clubbing of both execution cases. Third was also highlighted by that the High Court acted in error in rejecting the appellant's request for subjecting documents to forensic examination by handwriting expert. So the contentions of the respondents were: it was contended by the respondent that numerous proceedings were taken out and the judgment debtors had sold the very same property 3 times over. The judgment debtor had sought a declaration that the sale deed executed in favor of the decree holder were not genuine and lost, and thereafter they succeeded in collecting compensation in respect of the portion of the property that had been acquired. Ultimately, those amounts had to be disbursed by the court orders. The High Court took note of all the circumstances and passed a just order requiring the appointment of a court commissioner to identify and measure the property, therefore wanting no interference with the same. The order and so what were the Supreme Court's observation in regard to the present case? The Supreme Court observed that first, in civil suit, all questions and issues that may arise must be decided in one and the same trial. Second, while there may be genuine claims over the subject matter property, the court also recognizes that there might be frivolous or instigated claims to deprive the decree holder from availing the benefits of the decree. Third, the court must play an active role in deciding all such related issues of the subject matter during adjudication of the suit itself and ensure that a clear, unambiguous, and executable decree is passed in any suit. Fourth, wherein there is urgent need to reduce delays in the execution proceedings, the court deemed it appropriate to issue few directions to do complete justice. The court hence issued 16 directions which all High Court dealing with suits and execution proceedings shall mandatorily follow. The High Court were also asked to reconsider and update all the rules relating to the execution of decree made under exercise of its power under Article 227 of the Constitution of India and Section 122 of the CPC within 1 year of the date of the order, that is 21 April 2021. Until such time, these rules which are brought into existence would remain enforceable. So this was all about the case and what Supreme Court directed all the High Court to do regarding the execution of decree. The judgment came in the case of Rahul S. Shah versus Jinendra Kumar Gandhi and others. Thank you. Do like and share the videos and subscribe to the YouTube channel.